Jan Angles.
And I'm Femi Langbon. We are going to discuss about decision analysis.
Okay, so what is decision analysis? When we talk about decision analysis in education, according to Ronald A. Howard, a professor of management science and engineer at Standard University, he says that a decision analysis is a systematic, quantitative, and visual approach to addressing and evaluating the important choices that businesses sometimes face. In relation with education and to understand more about decision process, it uses a variety of tools to evaluate all relevant information to aid in the decision-making process and incorporates aspects of psychology, management, techniques, training, or educating process. It is often used to assess decisions that are made in the context of multiple variables and that have many possible outcomes or objectives. The process can be used by individuals or groups attempting to make a decision related to education. Since we mentioned ago about decision-making process, it is the process of choosing a course of action to deal with the problem or opportunity. And there are 5 steps. First, recognize and define problem or opportunity. Second, identify and analyze alternative courses of action. Third, choose preferred course of action. Fourth, implement or implementation. Number 5, evaluate results and follow up. Organizations can use systematic process to assess degree or risk in various aspects of operations and environments, then develop contingency plans. So we have decisions environments. We have certain environment, risk environment, and uncertain environment. In certain environment, it is uncommon decision-making environment. Enough info to predict expected results of decision-making alternatives. While risk environment, it is common decision-making environment. It means no complete certainty about outcomes but can identify probabilities of expected result associated with various actions. And the third one, uncertain environment, it means requires creativity in problem solving. So little info that cannot even assign probabilities to predict outcomes. We have also types of decisions. The program decisions, non-program decisions, and associative choices. The first one, which is program decisions, it is the standard responses to routine problems. It is also, this decision also is based on past experience. In non-program decisions, it creates unique solutions for non-routine problems. It focuses also most higher level managers' decision making. In associative choices, the decision loosely linked to nagging or chronic problems but not specifically developed to solve that problem. In decision-making model, we have 3 types: the classical decision theory, the behavior decision theory, and the garbage can theory. So let's find out what is classical decision theory. It views decision makers as acting in a world of complete certainty with, we have clearly defined problem knowledge of all alternatives and their consequences, choosing optimum solution. Used as model for ideal decision making and limited usefulness but suitable for many decisions at bottom of firm. Okay, so the the next theory is we have behavioral decision. It views decision makers as acting only according to what they perceive in the specific situation. So views decision makers as acting only according to what they perceive in the specific situation. Sees decision maker as typically acting in uncertain conditions and with limited info, whether it is cognitive limitations and bounded rationality. So here, problem not clearly defined, limited knowledge of alternatives and their consequences, satisficing rather than optimizing in choice of solution. And then the third one, the garbage can model. It views main components of decision process. We have problems, solutions, participants, choice situations as all mixed up together in the garbage can of the organization. So dynamic situation means often more acting than thinking solutions used even if can't be linked to particular problem, many problems going unsolved. So another explanation about garbage can models that highlights fact that often decision and implementation done by different people. So let's move on with decision-making realities and the models. It says there that availability of info is key in influencing whether a manager can make an optimum decision as opposed to a satisfying decision. Organizational reality not usually as chaotic as suggested by garbage can model, but often not as rational as behavioral view and rarely as rational as classical view. The decision-making realities and the models, availability of info is key in influencing whether a manager can make an optimum decision as opposed to a satisfying decision. We have also intuition. So what is intuition? Intuition means it is the ability to quickly know or recognize the possibilities of a situation. It means it is the key in decision making under risk and uncertainty. This is systematic approach difficult when the managers often collect info through verbal exchange, deal in impressions, work fast, doing a variety of things, and are frequently interrupted. Chaotic environments seem to demand intuitive approach. Another one is we have the judgmental heuristics, meaning simplifying strategies of or rules of thumb used to make decisions. It helps deal with uncertainty but can lead to systematic errors like errors of availability heuristic, representativeness heuristic, anchoring and adjustment heuristic, confirmation trap, and hindsight trap. In creativity in decision making, in generating unique and novel responses to problems and opportunities. Import for non-routine problems, and then we have the stages, which is the preparation, concentration, incubation, or this is the process of or period, illumination, and certification. It can be enhanced by group decision methods, encouraging environment, and can be limited by judgmental heuristics, discouraging environment. So in order to manage those decision-making process, you need to find out and answer the following. First, which problem to work on. So it means, what is the best problem? to solve first. Okay. The second one is who to involve in the decision and how. So are those people are capable to cope up or solve with the problem? The third one is when to quit. Is your decision can be resolved the problem or is it better to quit? So you need to know how to quit. We have also IT and decision making. In decision making influenced by artificial intelligence, for example, we have expert systems, fuzzy logic, the neural networks, the group decisions software. Okay. And the benefit for this, efficiency handles geographical desperation, focus on objective, avoid interpersonal conflict. Well, of course, if there is a benefits, there is a cons. And it impersonal decision may generate less commitment use of IT for decision making accepted more by some than others. Cultural factors and decision making. In North American stress decisiveness, speed individual selection of alternatives, more focus on choice than on implementation. Others place more emphasis on workable implementation than individual choice. And we have culture influence what problems are identified. So let's move on with ethical issues and decision making. So what is ethical dilemma? It is a situation in which a person must decide whether or not to do something that, although it would be benefit the person or organization, may be considered unethical or illegal. It is often associated with non-routine problems. Morals influence decision choice, who participates, alternative evaluation, and selection. How to resolve? So the answer, is my action legal? Is it right? Is it beneficial? So how would I feel if my family found out? If my decision was printed in the newspaper? Decision analysis is a process wherein you should have a step-by-step, a basis, and a background knowledge in order to resolve or solve or decide a certain situation or a problem.